What are some common claims that you see in the junk industry?
Yeah, so like sawzawing out a kitchen island, the homeowner doesn't disclose that there's a pipe in there, and you nick that pipe and it floods the first floor. We've had that claim. We had a claim where a guy dropped the guts of a couch, dragged the couch across the floor, scratching the floor, banged the same couch into the door frame, dropped the same couch in the driveway, dragged it down the driveway. That was a $17,000 claim. And that's a commercial auto claim because they're in the act of loading and unloading the truck. So, and then really the biggest ones are the auto. We had a guy who's at a dead stop standstill and got slammed into by a car going 70 miles an hour. The guy going 70 miles an hour got decapitated, and then the three guys in the junk truck never worked again. So that was a $4.5 million claim. The guy who hit them didn't have enough insurance, and so it went under the uninsured and underinsured motorist limits on the commercial policy, and all of those policies paid out max. So those are the types of claims that are really horror story. But we also have horror stories where, we had a veteran client that was at a parade, and they've got their vehicle coned off, and they go to and it's a truck and a trailer set up, and they pick up the cones and they go to back up, and a lady walks behind the trailer right at the last minute, and she gets knocked over, and she's fine. She refuses ambulance assistance at the time. Everybody says okay, no big deal. 6 years later, $970,000 later, they end up uh, settling that claim, and she needed a couple surgeries. She injured her leg, and you wouldn't even think that that would be a bad accident. And those are the ones that just end up being nightmares. But we've had guys disconnect from trailer. The trailer goes down the road, they chalk the tires, they miss chocolate, the trailer goes down the road, smashes into a car, destroys the car. We had a guy disconnect from a trailer, rolled down the driveway into the neighborhood traffic. Somebody T-boned it, the trailer, and it was a $1.3 million claim. So injury, medical, lawyer up 2, 3 years later, and then the claim settles, and it settles for 1.3. So that's where having that $1 million worth of commercial auto plus $1 million umbrella over the top of it um, makes it so that you can survive that claim, right? So, and then we had a client once that fell asleep at the wheel, and they launched their junk truck off of a viaduct, landed upside down in four pieces on a train track. They had to stop the train. They had to come in with a uh, tow truck, and the tow truck bill alone to pull the four pieces off the train tracks was $26,000. So they were luckily able to stop the train. The two guys in the truck, there was a 21-year-old driving, which I have no idea why you would have a 21-year-old driver when you've got a 31-year-old in the truck. So the 31-year-old who was in the truck walked away with just a broken sternum, and the 21-year-old not a scratch on him. And they were totally fine. It was unbelievable that they even survived that, because the truck literally went like 60 feet in the air and landed upside down and exploded in four pieces. And
Oh,
and and in that scenario, the police officer on the scene said they couldn't believe that the guy survived it. So we see all kinds of stuff, but the big and bad, scary stuff is in the trucks. The minor stuff, 5, 10, 20 grand, 15 grand, all of that is usually just damage just being done when stuff is being hauled in or out.